The last remaining shadow prepared to unleash elemental riot on Lin Moyu. The moment the skill took shape, it was fired straight at him without hesitation. The attack surged forward at incredible speed, crashing into him with explosive force and kicking up a massive cloud of dust. When the smoke finally cleared, Lin stood unharmed, his skeleton armor already activated, shielding him from the impact. He looked at the shadow calmly and said, "Just copying my appearance isn't enough to defeat me." Gripping his skeleton spear tightly, in the blink of an eye, he reappeared in front of the shadow and struck decisively, destroying it completely. With a serious expression, he muttered, "Was that the final stage of the trial? If that old man's shadow shows up next, I won't stand a chance." Just as he finished speaking, he noticed a strange glow above him. Looking up, he saw an enormous bird soaring through the void at unimaginable speed. "Stun," he whispered. "A bird? There are living beings in this place?" The creature paid him no attention and continued flying deeper into the endless darkness. Watching it disappear, Lin murmured, "I have no idea how far away it is. I can't even comprehend its true size." Still trying to process what he had seen, something suddenly appeared in front of him, a single drop of blood. It radiated immense power and shone with a brilliant light. Confused, he said, "Blood?" Suddenly, the drop burst into a dazzling glow and spread outward, enveloping him. As it expanded, it merged directly into his body. At that exact moment, the primordial rune in his hand began to burn intensely. A sharp pain shot through him, as if his hand were being scorched. Lin said anxiously, "The primordial rune, it's heating up. What is this blood essence?" Then, a powerful beam of light erupted from his hand into the surrounding space. Everything around him was bathed in a crimson glow. In an instant, a notification appeared. Power Gather skill upgraded. This ability consumes soul power, gathers the strength of summoned beings, and inherits all of their abilities. Its effectiveness is limited only by the user's soul level. While in this state, defeating enemies allows him to absorb their souls, restoring energy and increasing his soul level. As everything returned to calm, the mysterious blue-clad elder seated on the bowl-like platform appeared once again before Lin. The elder spoke gently. "Hello, young boy." Lin immediately bowed respectfully. "Junior Lin Moyu greets senior." The old man smiled. "No need for such formality. Tell me, are you satisfied with your origin skill?" Hearing this, Lin paused for a moment, quietly repeating, "Origin skill." Then he realized the elder was referring to the upgraded Power Gather. He bowed again. "Yes, senior. I am very satisfied." The elder's expression turned serious. "I know you have many questions," he said. "For example, the massive bird you saw earlier was the phantom of a source bird, carrying the bloodline of origin. The primordial runes themselves were born from its blood." His words carried a sense of ancient mystery. Glancing into the distance, he continued, "In the past, countless experts from every realm fought over these 9 primordial skills. The battles were so fierce that even the stars were stained with blood." Then he added quietly, "But knowing too much about these matters right now would not benefit you." His gaze shifted to the rune in Lin's hand. "For your origin skill to reach the level of a true primordial ability is not impossible, but it is extremely difficult. Still, mastering even one such skill offers the chance to become an unmatched supreme powerhouse." Suddenly, the elder sensed something and his expression changed instantly. Staring at Lin's hand in shock, he said, "Wait, you have 2 primordial runes." Lin grew serious and quickly asked, "Senior, I wanted to ask how can I upgrade my second rune into an origin skill as well?" But the old man didn't respond. Instead, he stared at Lin with a tense, unsettling expression. Seeing this, Lin thought to himself, "Does he intend to kill me? Is it because I want to upgrade the second rune? No, if he could, he would have already attacked." The rules of this place must be restricting him. Finally, the elder spoke calmly. Young man, greed can consume even the strongest. You already possess one origin skill. Do you truly wish to pursue another? Do you understand the danger? Without hesitation, Lin replied, no matter the risk, I want to try. If I die here, it simply means I wasn't strong enough. The moment he heard this, the elder raised his hand and unleashed a powerful surge of energy. If that is your decision, then let the trial begin. Dark energy gathered rapidly, and within moments, the entire space was filled with shadow warriors. This battlefield was far more terrifying than before. Everywhere he looked, countless shadow soldiers surrounded him. The elder said coldly, if you can survive them, then you may proceed. Observing the army, Lin analyzed the situation. These are all level 88 and 89 enemies, more than 100,000 of them, and there are even 3 god-level shadow giants. He narrowed his eyes. So this is his intention to eliminate me through the trial itself. Raising his hand, he summoned his own forces. Come forth, my army. I won't fall so easily. This time, my summoning abilities aren't restricted. Along with that, a countless skeleton army is summoned. The entire battlefield becomes surrounded by a skeleton army. The moment the elder saw the sheer scale of Lin's summons, he was stunned. Cold sweat formed on his forehead as he muttered, this child commands an army of this magnitude. Meanwhile, Lin began strengthening his forces, followed by Legion reinforcement and Elemental Aura, empowering every unit with Elemental Aura active. Each skeleton gained elemental attributes Flame, Storm, Frost, Lightning, and Poison. The entire army surged with power. Once everything was ready, the skeleton warriors charged forward at incredible speed. In the first clash, they tore through the shadow army, destroying multiple enemies instantly. Watching this, the elder was shaken. How is this possible? Why does this brat possess such abilities? Damn these restrictions. Otherwise, I would have eliminated him myself. But the shadow warriors retaliated, destroying several skeletons in return. And then the true battle began. At that moment, Lin raised his hand again. This isn't over yet. He summoned the Skeleton King. As the summoning began, nearby skeleton warriors dissolved into elemental energy and gathered together. Within moments, those forces fused and the mighty Skeleton King descended. It stood before the vast army of shadow warriors. Then Lin gave a single command, wipe them out. Hearing his order, the Skeleton King raised its sword and began forming the god-slaying skill. With overwhelming force, the Skeleton King unleashed the god-slaying skill, sending a devastating strike straight at a shadow warrior ahead. The moment it connected, the enemy was wiped out instantly, leaving nothing behind. Without pausing, the Skeleton King opened its mouth and began charging another ability, Elemental Riot. As soon as the energy reached its peak, it released a violent blast toward another target. The explosion that followed tore through the battlefield, erasing multiple shadow warriors in a single strike. And just like that, the Skeleton King continued its relentless assault, cutting down every enemy in its path without mercy. At the same time, the rest of the skeletal army had already joined the fight. The skeleton horsemen activated their charge ability and surged forward like a storm, smashing directly into the enemy ranks and cutting through them with unstoppable momentum. Meanwhile, the skeleton warriors, empowered by the Lich General's elemental enhancements, were wreaking havoc across the battlefield. Some summoned bolts of lightning that instantly obliterated their enemies, while others unleashed blazing flames that incinerated everything in front of them. Each unit fought using different elemental powers, turning the battlefield into a storm of destruction. Watching from a distance, Lin Moyu smiled calmly and said, "So this is the trial for the second origin skill? It's not as dangerous as I expected." On the other side, the old senior was completely stunned as he watched the shadow warriors fall in massive numbers. His expression turned tense, filled with disbelief. What kind of monster is this boy? Can he really wipe out an army of over 100,000? Anger began to build inside him, so intense that even the surrounding space started to crack under the pressure. Seeing this, Lin smirked slightly and said mockingly, "You can't attack me directly, so this is how you vent your frustration. Looks like I've already passed this trial. That old man must be furious." Just as he finished speaking, the primordial rune in his hand suddenly lit up again, releasing a powerful surge of energy. A drop of source blood appeared before him. Seeing it, Lin said confidently, "Just as I thought, it's here." The moment the blood merged into his body, a tremendous wave of power erupted from within him. At the same time, a new notification appeared. Strong Army Skill Upgraded. This ability consumes soul power and grants both the user and all summoned units a 200% increase in base attributes for 5 minutes, while boosting all damage dealt by an additional 500%. The effectiveness of the enhancement depends entirely on the user's soul level. While the skill remains active, defeating enemies allows the user to absorb their souls, restoring energy and increasing soul level. As soon as the second primordial rune completed its upgrade, Lin's body began to vanish from the battlefield. Surprised, he muttered, "So once the origin rune evolves, the trial ends as well." In the next moment, he was transported out of that space and returned to the secret realm. Looking around, he said in disbelief, "I'm back. This trial didn't just upgrade 2 runes, even my soul has grown significantly stronger." As he spoke, a faint fragrance drifted through the air. He paused, confused. That smell, T? Turning around, he saw an old man sitting calmly inside a small hut. Seeing him, Lin's expression grew serious. "That old man? No, this one feels different. There's no hostility coming from him." The elder smiled warmly and gestured toward him. "Come, sit. Have some tea with me." Lin immediately bowed respectfully. "It is an honor to meet you, Senior." Following the invitation, he entered the hut and picked up a cup of tea. But the moment he brought it close and inhaled its aroma, his expression froze in shock. "This tea, its fragrance is extraordinary. It's even strengthening my soul. Even Teacher Meng Anwen's tea can't compare to this." The elder took a sip and said calmly, "I know your mind is full of questions. The one you met earlier is called Gui Fu. I assigned him to guard the trial space." Hearing this, Lin's thoughts deepened. So this senior is the true powerhouse behind everything. Someone who could bury countless experts with ease. I see now, Gui Fu was only trying to imitate him. But why would Gui Fu try to kill me? The elder looked at him and said, "Since you passed the trial, I will answer one question for you." Lin became serious and asked immediately, "Senior, why did Gui Fu want me dead?" The old man placed his teacup down silently without answering. Lin watched in confusion but remained quiet. He simply picked up the teapot and refilled the cup. After taking another sip, the elder finally spoke in a deep, steady tone. "Since I gave my word, I will clear your doubts. You already understand the connection between origin skills and the blood of the origin bird, correct? All primal runes, origin skills, and even primordial abilities ultimately originate from that bloodline. When someone possesses only one origin skill, the impact is limited." But then his tone grew heavier. "However, if someone possesses multiple origin skills," he looked directly at Lin and said, "then there is a chance they may merge and return to the ancestral source." Lin listened carefully, visibly shocked. The elder continued, "To return to the ancestral source means recreating the bloodline of the origin bird and potentially condensing all 9 primordial skills once more. But don't misunderstand, this is far from simple. Origin skills are merely fragments, tiny pieces of the original bloodline. To recreate it from such fragments is nearly impossible, like creating something out of nothing. Then he added, even so, there is still a possibility to reach primordial power. With only one origin skill, the difficulty is nearly insurmountable. But with multiple skills through fusion, verification, and comprehension, there is hope. Lin frowned slightly and asked, then why would Guifu try to kill me for something that's only a possibility? At that, the elder raised 2 fingers. I have already answered one question. That was a second. Lin's gaze hardened. Since I've chosen this path, I won't turn back. Even if Guifu wants me dead, I'll simply grow strong enough that he'll have no choice but to look up to me. The elder smiled faintly, lifting his teacup. Good, you are teachable. With a wave of his hand, space distorted. In an instant, Lin was teleported out of the secret realm. When he reappeared, he looked around and said, I've returned to the meteor continent. Meanwhile, inside the hut, the elder gazed into the void and spoke coldly. Guifu, some loopholes are not yours to exploit. This time, I've shown mercy. But if it happens again, you will be reduced to ashes. The moment his words fell, a bolt of divine thunder struck Guifu directly as punishment. Afterward, the elder sighed softly. Little one, I hope you won't disappoint me. Back on the meteor continent, Lin reflected on everything he had experienced. This journey revealed many ancient secrets, but there's still so much I don't understand. I wonder if Antares knows the answers. Without hesitation, he took out Antares' dragon scale. Then he said decisively, no point overthinking it, I'll just go ask him myself. And with that, he activated teleportation once again.